This is Whirlybird. Basically, instead of outlining cases and arguments in a Word doc where everything is stacked top to bottom, you build it radially. Everything branches out from the center so you can see the whole argument at once. Let me show you what it can do so that you can start briefing your cases effectively. First, you pick a template. There's one for IRAC, CREAC, case brief, pro-con, or you can start just with a blank canvas. I'm going to go with IRAC for this one. 4 arms: issue, rule, application, conclusion. They radiate out from the center and you can already see the skeleton of your argument. Click the center and name your project. You might know this as the hot coffee case. Everyone thinks this lady was just being ridiculous for suing McDonald's after she spilled hot coffee on herself, but the actual facts are pretty brutal. Let's break it down. Start with your issue. This is the legal question the court has to answer. To add a subpoint, hit Tab. That branches off the arm you have selected. To add another sibling, either press Enter, or you can click on the parent arm again and press Tab. That's the whole system, and already you can see the shape of the issue forming, which is something a Word doc just can't give you. Now, let's build out the rule. Now watch this. I can go another level deep. Select that child arm and hit Tab again. So now you've got a grandchild arm. Your rule has a subrule, and that subrule has its own authority underneath it. 3 levels deep, and you can still see exactly where everything sits. That's the thing about working radially. Nothing gets buried. Nothing loses its importance. Let me fill in the rest of the arms. Alright, so now the whole argument is built out. Liebeck won $2.86 million initially in a jury decision. The court decided that comparative negligence did not defeat her claim. 4 arms, multiple levels, and because everything is spatial, you can literally see which branches are deep and which ones need more support. That kind of diagnostic just doesn't exist in a flat document. But right now, all the children arms are the same color. Let's fix that. Right-click any arm and set its type. Claims turn red, rules turn blue, evidence turns green. Now you can see the whole thing and instantly see where your evidence is, where your rules are, and where the argument might be thin. If you see a red claim with no green underneath it, you know you need to add support. Double-click an arm to open the notes panel. This is where you can write out your full analysis. Think of the arm as your heading and the notes panel as the paragraph underneath. So you've got your short label on the arm for the big picture, and all the detail lives right here in the notes. When you export, both come through. Below the notes, there's a references section. Click Add Source. You can also add a source directly by right-clicking an arm, then click Add Citation. When you click Save, it attaches right to that arm. There's also a full citation library in the toolbar where you can see every source across your whole project. When you export, citations land exactly where they belong, so no reformatting is required. Here's something that no other outline tool does. You can link arms to each other based on relation. On a selected arm, shift-click another arm. Pick whether the former supports, undermines, or just relates to the latter. Whirlybird draws a visual arc between them. When you export, these turn into real cross-references with signals like CF and infra and supra. This is how you show that your argument is structurally connected, not just for sections sitting next to each other, but pieces that actually reference and reinforce each other. One project can hold multiple pages. Click the page switcher up here. You can add a new page with a different template. So you could have your IRAC on one page and a case brief on another. If you're outlining for an exam, you can put each topic on its own page and keep everything in one project. Notice how when I was filling out the arms, I used Trail View. With Trail View toggled on, when you click an arm, the canvas rotates to focus on it. It's a good way to walk through your argument step by step. You can press Escape or just click on the canvas to zoom back out. Here's one of my favorite features. Open the outline panel either by clicking on the toolbar option or the little triangle on the left. The outline panel gives you a traditional linear view of what you've mapped radially. You can click any child arm to jump to it on the canvas. You can also drag and drop to rearrange your structure. When you're done, hit Export. Copy to clipboard gives you rich text you can paste into Word or Docs. Downloading as a Docs file gives you a formatted document with numbering, citations, and a table of authorities. There's print to PDF or export as a raw JSON file for a backup. Everything saves to the cloud automatically, so you don't have to think about it or worry about your work getting destroyed. That's it. Pick a template, build out your arms, go as deep as you need, color code everything, then attach your sources, link your arguments together, and export when you're ready. The whole argument visible at once. This is Whirlybird. It's free to start. Link is in the description.